Quick announcements to let you know who's been behind this a little bit. My name is Hanna. I'm the Boston chapter leader for Act for America. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank every single one of you for coming tonight. It humbles me to see such a great gathering. Just real quick, Act for America chapter leaders, if you can stand for just a second. I have 7 active chapter leaders, including 2 These people help me every day to make sure that we get the type of crowds that we get tonight, and I wanted to acknowledge my ACT chapter leaders. Thank you very much. Very quickly, there's a few people that really made this happen. We had some very selfless people who donated, and I need to recognize them. I will recognize them by first name and last initial so they don't get embarrassed. ACT New Hampshire chapter leader Harry, thank you so much. James B, always sending me good information. This time he sent me money, so I'm very happy. Tina is a new member to ACT, and she also helped out. Brad C, also known as Walter, thank you, sir, so very much. Dr. Paul W. donated, and I don't even know, he just happened to say, you know what, I know Charlie from the ACT chapter in Hopkinton, and so there you go. And so we're blessed to have donors like him. Charlie and Karen, wherever you are, thank you. Oh, he's downstairs. And most of all, one of our tireless soldiers, Dave, has always been by my side. He not only opens up his pocketbook, but he's donating time. He's donated the 2 uniformed officers. He's donated his 15-passenger shuttle van, and he's downstairs doing his duty. Just a quick announcement. Some of you may have gone to Avodah Torah congregation in Stoughton. Rabbi Hausman has wonderful events. Last week he had Mark Stein. It was phenomenal. I guess there was close to 500, if not more than 500 people. So that was a wonderful event. It was hosted by Michael Graham. His next speaker is an ACT chapter leader from Austria. Just 2 seconds on this. Elizabeth Savadich-Wolf connected with Brigitte and the organization, and she says, I have to do something in Austria. So we opened up a chapter in Austria. She is coming here, and I'll tell you why. She is coming here because the United States is becoming like the EU. They have hate speech laws, such as the ones that were trying to be disseminated down in Tennessee. We had NSA and FBI agents trying to tell people what they can and cannot say and what constitutes as hate speech, and we have to be sensitive and we have to be tolerant. We are the ones that need to be tolerated. We are the ones that need to be understood. I came to this country when I was 6 years old, and I never even realized what it is to smell freedom, to smell liberty, to be able to pray in a church or a synagogue and not have it blown up, and not have your children shot up when they are coming out or going to church or going to a synagogue. So for me, this is absolutely marvelous that I can stand here in front of you and say what is the truth and not be afraid. And this is what a lot of people have. The EU now is afraid. There are 85 Sharia courts running parallel to British law. We have one in Texas. So Elizabeth Savage-Wolf is going to be at the Aventura congregation next Monday, the 17th. She is coming here to tell her story about how she read from the Quran and quoted the Quran verse for verse, and she ended up offending a Muslim, took her to court, and got convicted of hate speech. She overturned it, and then it was appealed, and she actually got convicted and had to pay €800 fine, and she's on some probation or something. So she's got a whole story to tell you about. If you don't open your mouth, if you don't express, if you're afraid to say something to somebody, they've already won.
That's right.
My wife always tells me, stop pointing that Egyptian finger. So that's her story, and I want to let her tell her story. But she's our ACT chapter leader from Austria. There's a few more people, just real quick. Fumio Tako, I didn't see him, but he's the president of Christians and Jews United for Israel. He is always supportive of our events and always advertises our events, and I wanted to thank him. I wanted to thank Charles Jacobs, even if he's not here, I haven't seen him. But Charles Jacobs, Americans for Peace and Tolerance. This guy has chutzpah. He stands up and he tells it like it is, and he's not afraid. These are the type of people that we need to watch, we need to follow them, we need to emulate them, and we need to be just like them, because Charles Jacobs will stand up and he will tell you everything about Sharia law. He will tell you everything about what's happening with the Muslim chaplain in Northeastern University. It was up to his group that they got kicked out. The Muslim chaplain from Northeastern University, who was the Roxbury Mosque imam, he's no longer the Roxbury Mosque imam, was shamed and was removed from Northeastern University. So there are, just real quick, 2 state reps from New Hampshire that, one is here, one wishes she could be here but couldn't, but State Rep Lori Pettengill is and has been a friend of mine for over 3 years, and she's just phenomenal. Obviously she has conservative values, but if you look up her name, Lori Pettengill, and if you can, drop a couple of bucks or donate to her, these are the people that we need. We don't have too many of those in Massachusetts. We have Sean O'Connell. I personally invited Shauna to come so that she could be recognized for all the hard work that she does. She unfortunately had a previous engagement. She has 10 million engagements and can only fill a few at a time. So I wanted to say thank you to Shauna O'Connell for all the hard work that she does. The other person that I wanted to recognize from New Hampshire, Regina Birdsell, please stand. The reason that she's here and the reason that we are recognizing her is that she sponsored ALAC, American Laws for American Courts. No Sharia in our courts. That is an act. She is carrying that for us in New Hampshire. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Lastly, I've taken up too much time, but lastly, I just wanted to thank my wife and daughter who couldn't be here due to a family illness. But, they're the reason that I live. They're the reason that I wake up every morning and I say, what do I need to do as a Coptic Christian living freely in the United States of America? What do I need to do to keep those 2 human beings safe? I don't want them in a burqa. I don't want them as second-class citizens. I don't want them to be somebody's property. I don't want them kidnapped. I don't want them forcibly converted into Islam. I don't want them to be humiliated and raped in the middle of the street while somebody is yelling Allahu Akbar. These are the things that I think about on a daily basis. These are the things that make me come here, and I'm just so thankful to be here in the United States. My first president that I was able to vote for, Ronald Reagan. I didn't even know what a conservative was, but there I was. He appealed to me. He was the guy. And, you know, we need politicians, and we need to support people like Hanna. We need to support other Jim Lyons. We need to support Mike Sullivan, even though he didn't make it. I don't want to mention, but we need to support somebody that's better than Ed Markey. Yep. Even though, and I will say it, I will swallow a very hard pill, but I would rather have somebody that agrees with me 50% of the time than 0% of the time. So we have to put aside our hurt feelings. We have to put aside how we feel and that I'm a true conservative and he's not worthy of my vote. Well, if you want Ed Markey, so be it. I don't want Ed Markey. So that's my 2 cents. Good for you. One last announcement. I do have a very good friend of mine, Pete and Jenny, the tech guy, who's covering this for me. We also have covering this event. But Pete has changed stations. He used to be with WCRN. He is now with the Money Matters Group, the same radio station that Michael Graham is on. As a matter of fact, you can say that Pete was a trailblazer because he was on a week before Michael Graham. That's WESO 970 AM in Southbridge, WPLM 1390 in Plymouth, and WBNW 1120 AM in Concord. Please listen to Pete 12 to noon on Saturdays. If you can hit the tip jar, this is the type of coverage we need. This is the type of person that we need on our side, because not only does he tell the truth, but he doesn't finagle it, he doesn't fudge it, he doesn't warp it, and he doesn't twist it. He tells it like it is. Thank you, Pete. All right, now to introduce my partner in... It's not a crime, is it?
We're all in crime.
That's the IRS.
Unindicted co-conspirator.
If we don't stand up, this will be a crime. It's already a crime in Saudi Arabia, it's already a crime in Kuwait, it's already being pushed to the back burner in England, and it's beginning to be a crime here. We have to stand up. But Ralph came to me, about 3 months ago, and he said, "Ray, we got to put something on." This was even before, God forbid, the April 15 events of the Boston Marathon bombing. And I know we're here because that event has inspired us. And I wish that it didn't take an event like that to inspire us, but Ralph and I and John O'Mara, but Ralph has really been pushing this hard. We're planning this back in March for October. We said, we got to do something. And then all of a sudden, April happened, and we moved into gear. So just a little bit about Ralph. Ralph is a long-time resident of Massachusetts, born in Hudson. Unfortunately, his parents yanked him out of Hudson and moved him into Marlborough. As a youth, he was active in sports, baseball. He even played semi-pro football for the Marlborough Shamrocks. He was a drum corps, raised a Catholic, enjoys hunting, fishing, currently an active member of the Clinton Gun Club. 2007, Ralph had a shot at running for a political office because he felt that something was going awry and he needed to do something. He ran for city council in his ward as an independent conservative, and even though he lost by a slim margin, he became very politically active. He supported other area conservative candidates, both local and the U.S. congressional seats. In 2010, Ralph became interested in the Tea Party movement. In March 2010, can I say his name? Scott Brown won because of the Tea Partiers, and that was a success for us. I know, but and that changed the political climate in Massachusetts. I think it was able to show that if we stand up for what we truly believe, and whether we call ourselves independents, independent conservative, whatever it is, we need to, as Benjamin Franklin said, we need to stand together. We need to hang together, or surely we will hang alone. So at this time, the Northborough Tea Party was launched with a grassroots campaign that is designed and dedicated voters, influence public discourse, and was determined to elect like-minded conservative candidates to office. A meeting conducted March 15 of 2010 in the Northborough Free Library. Ralph became curious, enlisted himself to attend. There he met the other co-conspirator in this whole thing, John O'Mara. John, who was already reaching out. John, where are you? There he met with John, and John was already reaching out to other fiscal conservatives and sending out the fiscal responsibility message, strong national defense. He's currently working with Jessica Vaughn on the immigration bill, so we need to give him support there. So with some help and encouragement from John, some press releases generated on the 8th of March 2010 announcing the formation of the Greater Marlborough Tea Party, and there is a leader. He brings in 35, 40, 50 people every single month, and he has wonderful speakers. I've attended, I've spoken at the Marlborough Tea Party, and these need to be well attended and well funded so that we can continue our fight. So even though Ralph says he was a little nervous, he had people like Iron Mike supporting him. He took out whatever he had, and he installed a steel I-beam in his spine, and there he goes. He's never looked back since. Of course, without further ado, what I really want to do, it's my honor to introduce Ralph Bellamore to the podium. Thank you.